welcome to fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. Hello, welcome, good to see you guys. Real quick, let's talk about the broadcast schedule. We're doing advanced relation with the FileMaker. Basically, it's going to come out and be day 2 again. If you'd like to support the channel, we always appreciate it. You have the FM Training annual subscription bundles. Basically, I go through the spiel every time, but it's always good for people who are new. Some people really like our streams. Our streams are meant to basically encourage the FileMaker community, be helpful to the FileMaker community, interact with it, educate, talk, figure out people's problems, see how we can help. But it is a live experience, which means that it has all the boo-boos that having a live experience entails, which means there's ongoing conversations, questions interrupted. Occasionally our presenters will go off on tangents. It's just the nature of the beast. If you're looking for extremely like videos, then you're going to find those on our FM training, basically our annual subscription bundle. We have huge video courses, 100+ hours. They're all very tightly animated. They cover very specific topics. They range from like 4 minutes to 20, depending on the topic, and they pretty much cover every basic FileMaker bit of knowledge under the sun. So if you're looking for like a complete breakdown of the pop platform, then these are for you. So with that being said, hey Nick, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you.
And yourself? Yes.
I'm doing good, thank you. Okay.
Okay, so thank you for joining today's. So this is Friday, so we love the Friday, right? Even though for me it doesn't make any difference. I don't even know which day off is. So yeah, I'm taking my day off when I'm tired. I'm taking day off. So today we continue the relationships topic, right? The trainings, and but I'm going to explore today. I'm going to show you things that you might not know, and I'm happy. So I worked better this time on this webinar, so it will be better. It will be good. We are going to talk about how we can retrieve data using relationship in a very fast and simple manner. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to replace all those filters that we saw last time. So we saw, we have filters like this, so we can filter this, and so we can have a filter based on the day like this, and inactive, active, and okay. So I want to be able to do that, but much stronger and simpler than this. Okay, so I want something straight to get this done. So when we use relationship, so you can use this technique for many things. I'm using that for everything. And I'm going to show you some example, right? So for example, I'm here, right? And I want to get all active contacts, okay? So I want all active contacts. I want a filter that shows me all the active contacts. So how I'm doing this. If I go to contacts, right, I have a field here that says active, inactive, active, inactive, active, inactive. Okay. So what I want all the active contacts. Right? So I'm going to create a tag. We call that a tag. So what a tag? A tag is a Boolean answer, 0, 1. So what we want that? So why we want the tags is because in terms of computation time, 0 and 1 is the basic language that any software in the world is understanding. 0, 1, it's the base. And FileMaker, when we talk about relationship, 0 and 1 is the basic, is the fastest, and it will understand yes, no, 1, 0, right? True, false. Okay, 0, 1. So I want to change the word active and inactive into a tag. Why? Because we don't want to do something like this. So let's go back to my here, right? We don't want to do something like this. So I have a status filter here. Yeah. So I could do something like this. Put the word active here and say in my relationship, this one, and say I want the status with the status, right? I have all my active, but I need to put the word active here, right? I don't want that, you know. So I want something much simpler than this. So I'm going back to my contacts and I'm going to build my tag. The tag is, it's a number. And the auto entry calculation, I said status equal active. That's all. I don't need, I repeat, I don't need to do this. If status equal active, then put 1 or 0. I don't need to do that. I don't. Why? Because as I said, FileMaker, its basic language is 0 and 1. So to, again, teach you about the Boolean, if I said 1 plus 1 equal 2, it will say yes. If I say 1 plus 1 equal 3, it will say no. By the same token, if I said status equal active, if I say status equal active, it said yes. If I said status equal Nick, it will say no. Right? So when doing this FileMaker active, automatically will give me the answer. So I don't need the if and all this stuff. Just saying this, and I get my answer, right? So let's put the tag here in my list, right? So let's initiate this. I replace the field by itself. Boom. So now I have active, active. So pretty much those are my active, right? So now, what do I need to do? I'm going here, and instead to have this J filter stuff here, right? I'm going to create a field. I call that link permanence. It's a number, and it's a global, right? So now I'm going to show this field, right? And I'm going to change my relationship saying, okay, I want the link permanence with the tag active, right? And here I put 1. I have my active. Why? It's because the relationship, no, the relationship is between this, and is going to look for all the 1 here, right? So putting 1 here, I have all my active, but but the relationship now is extremely simple, right? I have 1, this with this, right? By the same token, if I want the inactive, I put 0 here. Yeah, because the zeros are here. Those are inactive. Inactive are 0. 4, because I said, the tag said, is it active? Yes, 1. This is not active, is inactive. So this means this is not active, so 0. So now with my relationship, I can toggle very easily doing this, right? So very simple, correct? So, and this is really fast when you do something like this. So now, since we don't have question, I can follow. Let's say I want to do something different, right? I want to do something, I want to tag a little bit more complicated, more complex. I want to tag the records that are only on weekdays. Remember, I have days here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't want Saturday, and I don't want the Sunday. I want only the weekdays. Okay. So I'm going to do a tag. Again, same as this one. And I said, this is weekdays, okay? Or work days, let's say, work day. Those are work days. So how I'm doing this? Remember, I told you that the tag are Booleans, 1, 0, okay? That was a tag. That is a tag. So what I want to do, remember the weekdays, I can easily track the days, you know, whether I have a work dates. So day, yeah, I don't have the day. Okay, I need to put, okay. So remember, FileMaker can tell me that which day is this. This is a Sunday. But I don't want Sunday. I want the number of the day. For example, I want to get the day of week of that date. Right? So this is 1. This is 4. This is 6, 2, 6, 5, right? Depending on the day. So FileMaker says Sunday is 1, and Saturday is 7, right? Because FileMaker starts the week on Sunday. So day 1 of the week is Sunday, Monday day 2, Tuesday day 3, etc., until Saturday is day 7. Okay. So I want to get a tag that tell me if it's a day, it's a work day or not, right? So the simple way to do this is to do this. So I have the day of week of the date. Then this is a day, right? So let's do a let statement. Day equal this, correct? Then I said work day equal, right? Filter, and I'm going to filter this. I'm going to filter day, and here I'm going to put 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if I do this, what's wrong here? It says nothing, right? Because I am on Sunday. So it returns nothing because I have nothing here, because it's not part of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? You understand? So let's see this. Let's dissect this. If I say filter, right? And here I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I put 1 here, it returns nothing. Here, it returns 2. Here, it returns 3. Here, it returns 4, 5. And here, 2, I don't want, yeah, 6, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I put 7, I have nothing. If I put 1, I have nothing. That means I don't want the Sundays and I don't want the Saturdays, right? So using the filter, you can do that easily, right? Like this. But this is not really what I want. This is not really what I want. I want to know if this is yes, no. If this is, true, false, right? Then we have the get as Boolean, this function, and I put this into the function. And I said, okay, it transforms something into a Boolean. It transforms something. It transforms this and say, okay, if this returns something, yes. Or doesn't return anything, no. Yes, no. This is with the say, yeah, I have something. This will say, yes, I have something out of it, or I don't have something, right? So if I put 2, this is 1 now, it's true. If I put 3, 4, 5, 6, if I put 7, no, doesn't work. 0, 1, 0, 2, yes, 1, no, yes, no, yes, no, right? Thanks to the get as Boolean, because this return the result. If I filter 4 here, yes, it said, yeah, I get the 4, I return the 4. This is what the function is doing. Is returning what, if the filter, the filter function, right? So, but I don't want the results, right? What I want to know if it's true or false. And this is what is going to do that for you. It transforms this in true and false, 1 and 0. Whatever the result, I don't care about the result. Just what I want to know if it's yes or no, right? Questions?
Yes, we do. Substitute text field with a numeric field. Is it because it's faster to filter? Question mark.
It's faster to filter. In that case, it's much faster. And the substitute here, how you can do that? No, it's because, okay, we need to learn about how FileMaker works. FileMaker returns day of week. This will return a day number. That will return a day number. Okay. It will return between 1 and 7, right? So the filter, I will say, okay, the filter will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the number that are allowed. That the number, the day of week I need to track, right? So that's why the filter is a very good function here, because it does exactly what I need to do. For this type of things, right, it's really, really cool. That's why sometimes it's good to go back to the numbers and get away from the names and the active, inactive Wednesdays. You imagine if you want to do that with the day, the week, the day name, Wednesday, Friday, and I don't give a damn about the language, right? Because in French, it's not Monday, it's Tuesday, it's another language. You know what I mean? I don't care about the language, because I'm going back to the numbers, right? So most of the time when you want to do something like this, it's good to go back to the numbers as much as possible. That's why, active, inactive is not active, inactive. It's 1, 0. Numbers, right? So let's finish my calc here. So this, now I'm going to say, get as Boolean this. Now it says 0 because I am on a Sunday, but if I'm going on Wednesday, it say 1. Tuesday, it say 1. If I go to a Sunday again, it says 0. If I'm going to the Saturday, it says 0. So now I have a very neat filter for my tag workday, right? So I'm going to show the tag here in my list. When this, let's replace the date again. I'll replace the date with itself. Boom. Now I know those are my weekdays. Right? I know. So now, let's say I want here a filter that tells me I want my weekdays, work days. Okay. So I keep the 1, but I change to workday. Boom. I put 0 here. And of course, I get, so now I have only work days here, right? But of course, if I put 0, boom, I have the weekends. Work days, weekends. Just with 1 and 0, right? So now I know where you go. I know where you want to go, right? So you want to know if I can manage this, if I can combine active, inactive, and workday and weekend, right? Yes, we can. But I need 2 permanent numbers here. Okay? So this is the 1 duplicate, and this is the 2. I have 2 permanents, right? So I'm going to use 1 for 1, and I'm going to use this one for this one. Now I have 2 filters with tags, right, that worked independently, right? So that are the active weekdays, inactive, right? Whatever. Hold on. I think I mismatched the number weekday. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. So that is the week. That is for the work days, and that is status. So I want the inactive, or I want the active, right? I want the weekend, inactive, active, or, right? Correct?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, so now you say, yes, that's fantastic, right? But, I want, I want both active and inactive, correct? If I remove this, it's broken. Remember. So we have a very simple fix for this, right? I want the 1, sorry, I need to, oh, I put that a number. Yeah, I typically don't put that a number. It doesn't have to be. Those permanent, keep them text, because that helps you to do what I want to do. So I put 1 and 0, right? I have both active and inactive. If I put only one, I have only active. If I put only 0, I have only inactive. If I put one and 0, I have both. By the same token, if I put 1 and 0 here, I have all of them. I have Wednesday, Friday, Sundays, If I put only 0, I have only the weekend. All work days. So you see the power of this, of the tag, or what you can do, correct? So now, how to make a control on this? How to make a button that control this, right? So a little demonstration. We put a button bar here, right? And I want all active, inactive, right? This is what I have. I have all active, inactive, correct? This will set the fields, which one I use for is this one. It's list of 1 and 0. This is for the button all. Active is set the fields with 1. And this set the fields with 0. All active, inactive. Right? Have all active, inactive. It changed this. Correct? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do that. So now, I know what you're going to say. How this stays, to get the active button. So you name the button as is. Okay? You say the button all, you name it button all. Active, you say button active. This button inactive. Or yeah, I prefer to say I prefer to say that, button active 0, you will say why. Button active 1, and this is button active all. And then you're going to say for the active segments, which segment will be active depending on what you have on the fields. You say, okay, because the active state of a button bar is based on the name. Button active underscore, and then you send and % this. Boom, boom. So this will always be active. Even if you refresh the window, it doesn't go away. But for the all, we have a problem now, right? For the all, we have a problem. So we say this. If value counts on this equal to, the answer is all. Otherwise, is this. I'm going to come back on this. This is all. This is active. This is inactive. But this is all. Now it's blue. And look this, the button bar, if I put manually, I said 1, this is active. Manually, if I said 0, it is inactive. And manually, if I put 1 and 0, this is all. Why? Because I said, okay, the name of the button is button active underscore and 1. But this is whatever. When this is active, when this is 1, is because I have 1 in that field. So the name, I'm saying to active segments, I put the prefix of the button name, and then the part that changed. Remember, 1, 0, all that will be taken care of with this. So if I have 2 values in that field, that means I have 1 and 0. That means I want all. Otherwise, I want whatever 1 or 0 that return that field. So the name of the button will match. If I go there, right? Button active 1, because this is 1. If I click here, is button active 0. And if I click here, is button active all. So now you have a pretty good filter, right? And you can do the same here. It's very simple. You duplicate this. You change the name. This is work days, right? So you have, this is 1. This is all. This is 0. You can change here. You said you want work days, and here you want weekends, right? You change you change whatever is the other, right?
Okay, so to make sure that I understand, what you're doing
Mhm.
is you have a calculation that basically if there's 2 values, it'll automatically name it all. Otherwise, it'll change
Yes,
the name to either 1 or 0, depending on whether 1 or 0 is existing in the field that it's looking at, correct?
yes, exactly. Yeah, this is how you overcome the problem. Otherwise, you will never have the active. The button won't show. It won't show active correctly if you don't do this calculation here. So now I have 2 filter: work days, active; weekends, all; inactive, all. Right? But it's very simple. Imagine you want to do that using whatever other thing, right? It's super complicated. Now it's not. Thanks to the tag. The tags make all 1, 0. But here, because I have 2 combined filters, I need 2 link permanents, right?
It's
So who
Friday.
guys who knew that?
I was not aware this is a thing. I know that you had done unique stuff with one tagging before with like your other filter setup, but not on this level. Jesse says they sort of use this. Uh, David says yes, that they use this. Some other people, I think you taught us. David is saying that
Yeah,
makes it you
yeah,
taught us.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's put that on the other level. I have contacts, and I have a type of contacts. They can be A, B, C, D, L, and Y. So I took that example from one of my customers, so I keep it as is. Right? And then within this, they can all they have type, and they have also a reference. So they can be type A2, A4, A5, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. They can be C1, C2, C3s, right? And at the same time, they can have, okay, I know them since I have the A2 since 5 years, A2 for 9 years, right? I want to grade those customers, those contacts. I need to grade them based on the type they have, the reference they have, since they are, how many years I have them, and if they are after 2024 or before, or, I need to know that. And based on this, I'm going to grade them high, medium, low, and negative. Right? And there's a rule for that. For all of them, I have a rule. So I gave you the problem. So go. How you do that? I'm asking. How you do that? How you grade them? For example, the A2 above of 10, they are high. How I'm doing this for all those eventuality, all the numbers, all the combination. I know what you go. You go there and you will say case, right? That's what you do, right? Case, and you say type equal A, right? And reference equal to, and since years more than 10, then you say, okay, I want that to be high, right? And you will redo that for all the case possible, right? You're going to do that for all the case possible. So at the end, you will end up like this, You understand? Right? Is that what you're going to do? Tell me. I'm doing a poll here. Who is going to go there?
Ed is typing and says David. Only way I know how to do it.
Okay. So this is not only it's a nightmare, but imagine you are going to do that on 255 million records.
Shoot me. That would be a kinder end.
So my customer had this, and they say it takes us 8 days to get the results. So while instead of doing that, and instead of building this, we do something like it will, for 20, let's say 200 million record, that will take like 5 minutes, right? And it will take no time to build, right? Let's do it. Instead of doing all this, you're going to create a table. Create a table. We call that grade reference. In this table, you have only one record. And you put your types, you put your reference, the number of years, and the reference years. Right? Okay. So now I want to grade them. How I'm going to do? I'm going there, and I'm going to create relationships. This, I'm going to the grade references, right? And by type, and I say this will be like A, it's A, 2, and greater 10, for example, okay? Greater. For example, is A2, whatever, A2 like this, greater 10. Oh, what it doesn't like? Greater? Oh, it's E, it's F, okay. So, well, and this goes to the grader, to the grading table. And then I say, okay, I said this will be A2 greater than 10, right? Okay. So I'm going to go and I'm going to, oh, I'm not in the right table. I need to go to contact, sorry. So I'm going to contact and I'm going to say, okay, type A, reference 2, right? And this since years, reference year, the number of years greater than 10, right? Then I'm going to have another condition, and I say, okay, this is B and 4, and this is future, for example, okay? B4 future, right? Okay. So type equal B, and what's the name? The reference, I said 4, and the year, the reference year, is greater than the reference year. Let's do another one. I want the B5, right? B5 future. So it will be the same as this one, B4, right? So type B, reference 4, and the year, reference year, greater, right? So let's do another one. This is J, H, I. So this one, let's say C, 1, past. Okay? Type C, reference 1, and I said past. So the year with the reference year inferior or equal. Let's do another one. J. I said this one is all the D more 10. Okay? Or greater than, or greater. Right? So you say, okay, same type, all the D's, and greater than 10. So since years, number of years, no, yeah, number of years, this, greater. Add. Okay. Correct? So now I want to grade them. So this is a relationship, right? So what the relationship will do, it will get the combination I tell the relationship to say, and it will refer to this and say, okay, yes, I have something, right? So you understand? You will say, yes, I have something. So for example, right? If I replace these fields and I'm going to, oh, I'm not in the right, I need to be in T. I don't have context here. So let's go there. Okay. Because I need to be on the right relationship. I need to be in TO2, which is this one, is in TO2. So let's replace the grade, right? And I want to know all of those, right? Do I have one of those, right? So I don't think if I have one. Yes, I have three. I have three records, right? I have three records that have this. So that have this. Type A, 2, and more than 10 years. A, 2, and since 20. A2 since 20. A2 since 20. I have three, right? So the relationship will take this combination here. Here I have 20, but I said in the relationship, I said, yeah, but the since year needs to be superior than the year I put here, which is 10. That's why I'm here. That works. A, 2, and more than 10, right? So let's do another test. Let's say how many record I have with this one. B4, how many record I have? I have one. B4, and what was the condition? And future, 2025. Because the future for me, the reference year is 2024. So I want to be more than 2024. I can say, yeah, but let's change this like this, right? That means equal or more than 2024. That also will change. And I say, okay, do I have something with this? I still have one. Okay. So you understand how that works. So now
I don't get why it's a grade. Is it faster this way? Question mark.
did I do 2 billion Ks? You know what I mean? I didn't do any case. Okay, so let's continue. I'm going to show you.
Mhm.
This is not the grade yet. Okay. I'm going to do the grade now because I need to use the relationship. I use relationship instead of saying case, type equal A, reference equal 2, year is superior than 24, and then go another case, another case, another case, another case, another case, another case, another. Instead of doing this, I'm using relationship because it's much simpler to build. But now I didn't finish this. I need to build the grade. So what the grade will be? Now I will use a case, right? And I say, if I have those, if I have something here, that means if I have something, because the link permanence here in this table always have one. I don't see if I show it, but I already have one in this. So let me show. Here, I have two fields. I have 0 and 1. Right? So the one say, okay, I'm going to find something. Okay, so if the relationship, if I'm going there, here and I go here, I go on the other side of the relationship, it will tell me if I have one or not, right? Here I don't. But if I use the other one, here I have one. Because this relationship worked. I have a record. He found this record for B for more than 2024. Yes, he found this because he found this record. The relationship made the connection, even though I have only one record. So it's a relationship. It's a reverse relationship. Let's say, okay. So now let's say I want to do the grade, right? So I'm going to do the case, but instead of being a super complicated case and a very slow case, with and type equals A and reference equal 2 and each time you use and or each time you use those things, this is super slow. Okay. So I'm going to do this. If I have something with that relationship, I want that to be 1. If I have something like this, if I have something with this relationship, I want to be 2. If I have something with this relationship, I want to be 3. And if I have something with that relationship, I want to be 1 again. Up. And if I have something with that relationship, I want to be 4. Correct? 1, 2, 3. This one 1 again, and 4. I did that on purpose. So now I'm going to grade those things, right? So I replace the type by, I replace whatever one of the key I use in the relationship, type, reference, whatever. So I'm replacing type by itself to activate, So this is a 2 relationship, right? So let's go to my table. So now I have my grade. 2, only 1. Oh, because stupid me. I have only those records and it's show all and replace. Yeah. Okay. So this is my grades, right? 1, 2, 1, 4, 4, right? So I have a grade now using a number, right? But I want to grade them high, medium, low, and negative. Correct? I want to do that. Well, I'm creating another table that the grade reference, right? And I'm going to, this is a grade. Okay. So I create this, remove this, and I said the number and the grade. 2 fields. So I'm going there and I'm saying grade 1, high. Grade 2, medium. Grade 3, low. Grade 4, negative. Correct? Remember here, I got a number 4, 1, 4, 4, right? So now I'm using another relationship. I go to grades and
Were you talking that entire?
Sorry?
Were you talking like solid
Yeah.
for the last? Okay, restart because I think your audio cut out a little bit for like the past 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. So I don't know where. So I built a table with 4 records with
Mm-hmm.
a number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I can change the name of this. This will be the grade name, and this will be the grade. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. This will be the grade, and this will be the name. Okay. So what did I do? Okay. Grade, grade. It's the opposite though. Sorry. This is the name, and this is the grade. I confused, you know. That means 1 is the grade I have here, correct? 2 is the grade I have here. So now I have what I call the grade verbose, right? Try this. And it's this. It's a lookup. And I'm going to the table with the grade, and I'm getting the name of my grade. So not worry, I'm going to come back, right? I'm going to come. I'm showing you how to use relationship. That the points, right? So now, if I relook up this, and I've got nothing. Why? Weather, verbose. So yeah, what happened here? Great. Oh, my bad. So I'm going to relook up this. Boom. Negative, high, medium, negative, negative, high, high, negative, high, negative, right? So the advantage, so why this table here? Why this table? Okay. I received different type of people with different reference of people with different length of years I have this customer and the year of this customer. Based on those things, I have calculations. Like I said, the B2 more than 10, they graded one way. The D4, they graded another way. So if you want to do this, if you let's add another. If I want to add another grade, for example, you know, if I want to add another grade, let's say it's the B, I don't know, in 2024, right? For example, the B in 2024, right? Okay, so I just do this. I said, okay, the type B, the type with the B, right? And the year with the reference year, which is 2024, right? So I build a relationship that the relationship is going to say, okay, select all the B's on my contact, right? So just what I want. So, and if I do again, if I grade again all of this, right? There will come. Yeah, I have some. Where the B's? So let's go to the B's. Oh, yeah, I need to. So now that I have the relationship, sorry, I need to go to my grade and add the relationship in my grade, right? For example, I want those. So another advantage of the case, right? You can put a priority, right? Let's say I want if the B arrive like this. So if this happens, right? I want them immediately to be tagged 4. I want them in priority, and then it will ignore those, all the B's, right? Yes, I know. It's maybe I pushed too far, but it's I mean,
We do
if you
have a
get it, if you get it, if you get it, if you don't, well, the prime, I
rewatch
mean, the
video.
prime, okay,
The problem
yes,
is
I
fun.
mean, so they're here. So the prime is when you want to do something like this, you use a relationship instead of using a freaking case and case and case. I mean, I'm using case, but I'm not using insane case, insane like this. You know, I don't have a case. I do it again. Make sure that everybody, type equal. Can you imagine? Okay, can you imagine if I want to do all of this? If I want to do all of this, if I want to do all what I've done in minutes, okay, let's do it. Okay, so you say type, so you go to the TO2, so you say type equal B and reference equal 4, okay, and year, see how, greater than 2024, right? And then you want to you continue and you say, okay, now what would be the other one? Let's say, okay, the type A2 greater than 10. Okay, let's do it. So grade A2 greater than, so you change this and you put the reference year, since year, then. So you want this? So you want this, right? So you like it. That great, right? So yeah, but if you have 10 records, that will work, right? But if you have gazillions, right, of records, yeah, you can wait a week, to have the results. And so the advantage of this, you can imagine that if I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, if I have all of this, is because the grading I had to do was insane. I have, you know what I mean? So I had in my grade calculation here, I have 17 occurrences. So that means I have 17 relationship here with all the grades, right? With all the case, with all with all the case here. This the type need to be B, the reference need to be 4, and the year need to be more than the year I have put here. But next year, I'm going to put that 25. So imagine that you have, okay. So let's go to the questions.
So, not every record is showing a grade. How would you get a grade on every record? Do you need a relationship for every possible combination?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because there's no, I don't have, I don't, in that case, because if they're not great, because they don't interest me, So if you want all of them to be, if you want to have an answer on all of them, what you need to do, you go to the grade. You remember here, I put a case, right? And I have this, I have this situation, this statement, this one, this one, this one, this one. And at the end, I can put, if none of this works, I have a 5 here, right? And if I go here and I said, okay, what the 5? And 8, not applicable. So that means the grade now will say, okay, I'll take care of this. And if none of this works, the last statement in the case is the default. So let's see how it works now, right? So if I retag them, why didn't come here? Normally should have done this. Why didn't it come 5? Case this, and 5. Yeah, that should have done. It should have done this. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't come the 5 here. It should have grade. Yeah, so if I replace the type by itself, okay, that didn't work. I don't know. It should have said 5 NA. I have no idea why I didn't do that. Because the case, I said, if this, what's wrong here? I have no idea. It should have put 5. If this fails, I don't understand why I didn't put 5 here. Let's remove this. Yeah, okay. So let's explain what happened here. It's a good thing. Okay. So the auto entry calculation, right? If you put this option we have here, right? This option here, do not evaluate if the reference field is empty, right? That means if he doesn't get anything out of this, if you click this, if those fails, this will never come. You need to remove this. Do not always forget about this. Do not evaluate if all reference fields are empty, which is the case. So remove this, right? And then the auto entry calculation says evaluate always, evaluate always. And now I get the 5 coming here, right? The NA not applicable. The benefit of this, right, of this technique is instead of making a freaking calc with all the case and everything in the calc, what's the name? Your conditions, that the word I was looking for. All the conditions, instead to put that in a case, in a calc, you create a table with one field, with one record, there's one record here, right? And if this P exists here, yes, it exists. And if this 4 exists here, yes, and if you have and then you play with the relationships, right? You play with this to put the condition you want based on those, on these fields, right? C1, so you say, okay, if the type equals C and the reference equal 1 and the year is inferior or equal of the reference year, that means the relationship works. That means, yes, based on this relationship, this record with this, let's say, for example, I want to make this C217 working. Okay, I want to make that working. Okay, so I'm going to make a relationship. I'm going to make a relationship. So what I said, C217. Okay, C2 and greater 10, because my reference year here is 10. Okay, so I'm going to make that relationship that points to that table, right? And I'm making the relationship. Type C, grade, reference 2, and yeah. Type C, reference to, and the since year greater than the number of years. So now this he was saying NA, right? But now I want this relationship to return. So I'm going to add it. So the M, if there's something this, I want them to be high. So this one, this is C217, right? This one. If I re-shuffle, if I re-trigger this, now it's high. C217, high. It found it. You don't see the benefit of this. I mean, well, it's okay.
I do see the benefit of it. I just don't have a massive file that would currently benefit from it, if that makes sense. But having it auto grade is extremely cool. We have another question, by the way.
Yeah.
To avoid making a relationship for each grade combo, could you build it with one relationship, letter, number, years, or tag years, and priority? Sort on priority, add a record for each grade to the grade reference table, and then return the grade from the grade reference table.
It won't work. And very complicated to manage.
Got it.
I tried this, you know, I tried it, right? And it was very complicated so that means pretty much what you want to build a table with your conditions, with a record, like a, you know, so instead of having, yeah, I know what you mean. So you have one field for type, one field for reference, right? And then you create records, right? And then you say C2 B for, yeah, I tried it and it wasn't working. I don't remember why. But I know what you mean. So it's something like this. You create a table, right? Create a table. And you say type like this, reference, and you have years, and what do I have on the other one? Number of years. Since, let's say, let's call that since. Okay, so you have this in that table, and then you create your condition, right? So you say the type C to, oh no, I know why. Since 10 and year 2024, then you have a new B for since 10 and 2024. So, and then you do something like this, right? So you that, and you put all, and then you say grade, right? And you say, okay, so this here, this return grade 1, this return grade 2, right? Something like this, right? But there's a problem because you have no flexibility whatsoever, right? Because sometime, so here the points. This one I said B4, but sometime I want D and this. You know what I mean? I don't have the reference. I don't need. Sometime I need a reference, but I don't need the type. So if I have one relationship, how I do that? You know, how I do, you know, it cannot work. But in some case, what you say works. But but you lose flexibility, and it's type of complicated to work. because here it's very simple. Those are reference. That's why I call that grade reference. And you cherry pick what you want to use in the relationship, right? So when you say the relationship, say I want all the B's with 3 and more than 10, boom, right? You have a relationship. And also, I need to this give you an advantage because you use the case. Case are sometimes they have advantages because, for example, with this, all the B24 will be tagged on 4, and he won't even try to go down. The first arrive, first serve. This is how it works with case. So sometimes you can say, yeah, no. I want that to happen first, or I want that to happen before this one, because you know what I mean, because you prioritize which one when this happen. I don't want the thing to continue, you know. And if it's happened at the end, maybe somebody else, maybe something else will stop it. You understand? For example, the B24, this, if I put that, it need to be here at the end because this one is strong. Otherwise, all the B24 will up. You understand? So with the case combined with the relationships, you can make them happening and stop when it with priorities, right? So that's the advantage of the case.
That makes sense. This is Stu says understood. Good example to show the limitations of a single relationship. So
Yeah, the advantage of when you want to do something like this with the tag. And now, okay, the end of this, right? You can come here, right? And continue your stuff, right? We have the verbose, right? And you can work by having this system here. You can have a filter, but I don't have time now. You know, but you can have now. You can have a new filter based on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, right? So pretty much, just a quick demo, and then we go. So let's say we have another permanent link here, okay? And I'm going to change that. I'm going to remove this and put this with the grade, right? And I want to filter this. This is grades. I want the 1, the 2, 3, the 4, the 5, and I want them all. Correct?
yes.
So now you understand the benefit of the numbers.
Yes, that clicked.
Right? It's much faster for the relationship to sort out and give you the result in the portal. And then it's much better. And you say, oh, I want this and this. 3 I don't have, but I want this and this. I want the high as a negative, right? Or have this, right? The medium and the negative. I have one medium here. So you can do stuff like this very easily, that if you don't have the numbers, right? You understand?
Yes.
And if you want to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, because the five are the NA, right? The 5 are the NAs, right? So if you don't want the NAs, you just remove them from this, and you don't even show because they don't interest you, right? So you have many ways with this. So I hope you enjoy this. It's I use this technique a lot for many, for other, I took the grade example because it was the most obvious to me, but I'm using this when, for example, when I have uh, for example, when a lot with counties, when you are in the different counties. So, for example, I have a list, right, with the counties and the cities, and so I'm grading them when I have different cities and different county together, right? So I grade them more or less. I put them different grades because they're more important than the others, right? So, but anyway, just what I want to show you is this technique of getting multiple records that points to one record. So that here I have one record, here I have many records. So I have many records pointing to one and getting a reference from that record, from this unique record here. And that's why it's fast, because I have one record as a reference. So it's very simple. The relationships engine will go and go one record, go. That's it. That's why it's super fast, because I'm going there to get one record, right? And the case in that point, at that moment, the case I have here is not slow. This case is not slow because it points to here in context. This case here is not slow at all because I'm pointing to one record, one records. So this is not slow. I have one record. You understand? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very cool. Legitimately, Nick, this is awesome. I will probably be using parts of this.
I hope.
With that being said, I'm going to let people go. Thank you very much. I'm sure it's getting late for you, Nick.
Okay.
You all have a lovely evening or day or morning, depending where you're at. And I will see you guys Monday.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.